Okay, good. Here we go.
Bereshit bara Elohim yat kashmaya
Hashamayim.
kashamayim
Very good.
vayat harish
Haaretz. Very good. Super.
harish.
Thank you, sir. Mrs. Karen, you would like to try verse 2? I shall help you.
The second verse.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Because,
I try to do that. So
yeah, step by step you go, I will help you.
okay. Ya haaretz
Haaretz.
haaretz
Very good.
hayeta
Super.
tohu
Hmm.
ya vohu
Wohu.
vohu vakhe
Hoshe.
vakhoshe
Very good.
alpene
Super.
ke keha
Tehom.
kehom
Very good.
var
Ruach.
varuva
Very good.
Elohim
Super.
mera
Rahafet.
merakapet
Very good.
alpen pene
Very good.
hame hamma yam hamayam.
Hammayim. Super. Thank you, ma'am. Very good. So, Hammayim. Super. Father Jose, you would try 1-3. And I
Okay,
will
Father.
try 1-4.
Vayomer
Super.
Elohim Vahi
Yehi.
Yehi
Very good.
Or
Super.
Vayehi Or.
Yehi or. Very good. Thank you, Father. Very good. 1-4, Mr. Kumar. You could unmute and talk.
For which page is that?
Genesis 1-4. That's towards the end, last page.
Last page. Just give me a second because
Yes.
I lost connection and everything.
Oh, okay, sir.
Trying to boot right now because I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
One four, Father.
Yes, sir.
Vaya. Sorry.
Okay, slowly. Vayer.
Vayer.
Hmm.
My goodness. Vayer.
Vayer Elohim.
Vayer Elohim. And
Yet Havor.
it. How.
Very good. Ki.
K. Kaf.
Ki. To.
K. Tho.
Very good.
Vayer. Sorry, not Vayer.
Vayavdel.
Vayer.
Very good.
Elohim.
Very good.
Bain.
Bain. Super.
Avo.
Very good.
Bain Avo. Uvain.
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 Wu. That's Wu, right? For that.
Wu,
Uwe.
Wu Wei.
Wu Wei.
Yeah. Ha Hoshek.
Ashe. Ashe.
Hoshek.
Hoshe.
Hoshek.
Okay. Hoshe.
Very good, sir. Very good. And here about a little remark about woo. In English, we say you, A-E-I-O-U, and we use like university or universe. So we tend to use you, but in Hebrew or in European languages, you is always woo. So you
Okay.
could just take note of it. Okay.
Okay.
Very good. So four of you have read very well. Just I'll quickly read all the 4 verses, then we will continue with that. Mrs. Joyce is joining now. Good. Okay. Verse 1 onwards. Bereshit bara Elohim et kashamayim vayet ha aretz va ha aretz kayata tohu wa wohu va hoshek al pene tehom va ruach Elohim ma rahafet al pene Hammayim. Vayomer Elohim. Yehi or Vayehi or. Vayar Elohim Yet Havor Ki To. Vayabdel Elohim Ben Havor Uben Ha Hoshek. Very good. So look at verse 4. There we have, or maybe first, 2, 3rd, 4th word, ki to. Are you able to see ki to? Ki to, here we have to. To actually means good. So I'm now just sharing my screen with you. So look at the word here. Here, ki to. So here we have the word to. To actually means good. Here the sentence actually means 1-4. Buyer. Buyer is to see or he saw. Who saw? Elohim saw. God saw. Yet Havor. God saw the light as good. Good or beautiful. So to means good. So suppose you want to wish somebody in the morning, we say Boker to. Boker. Boker is morning. To is good. So that Boker we have in verse 1-5. Look at the highlighted words here. Yehi Woker Yom Yehad. You remember in Genesis chapter 1, we constantly hear this. It was morning, it was evening, it was morning, the first day. It was evening, it was morning, the second day. It goes on like that. And look at the verse 1-5 here. The word I'm highlighting is Yerev. Yerev is evening, Woker is morning. The Hebrews count their day from the evening. So suppose for them, Saturday actually starts on Friday evening. That's why they have the Sabbath service on Friday evening. And that's why in Bible also we have, it was evening, it was morning. So Boker means morning. To from verse 4 is good. So suppose you want to say somebody good morning, we say Boker to. Suppose you want to say to someone good evening, we say Yerev Tov. So Yerev is in words 1-5, Tov is 1-4. Then Boker is 1-5 and Tov is 1-4. So we can learn 2 expressions today. That is good morning. Good morning is Boker Tov. Good evening is Yerev Tov. And this Boker, even we can say up to 3 p.m. So the entire day, like we say good day. So Boker is not only morning, but also day. So Boker to Yerev is after 3 or some places after 5, they say Yerev. Boker Yerev. Good. That's little extra information. Now we get into our lesson today. So today we are on day 5, lectures 9 and 10. So this is the plan for our lecture today. Number 1, we will revise Hebrew morphology, that is names, forms and sounds of the alphabets. Then revision of Dagesh and Shua. Then today's expected learning outcome are 3. 1, Hebrew reading module, like we will start to read Hebrew and we will see lesson 1 from Lamdin, and we will see the vocabulary of lesson 1, and we'll try to form sentences as we have started here in our last class, that we saw some words like na'ar, zakin, and we will continue with that. Good. Now let me pause for a moment to ask you if you have any doubt with what we have seen so far. And Mr. Kumar had sent me a text saying that how to pronounce how to differentiate the long vowels. Okay, we will take them up shortly.
Thank you, sir.
Any other thing that you need explanation at the outset before we get into revision? Okay. Yes.
Father, it may come after next week, Father, because we are just diving inside. There are a lot
Okay.
a
Okay.
lot of questions I should ask, but
Okay.
I'm just framing it because there are some doubts. I'll
Okay.
just come back to you, Father.
Okay. Feel free to ask, sir.
Sure,
I'll
sure,
be happy to answer. Okay, sure. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Father, I'm feeling just as difficult, the discomfort when you're calling me sir. Just call me as Kumar. It is
Okay,
fine.
Kumar. Okay. Thank you, Kumar. Thank you. Okay, Kumar. Good. Good. Shall we? Yes. Okay. Look at the slide here. Alphabet and vowels, alphabets. So we'll quickly revise the forms and the names. The sounds we know. Okay. So just you follow the chart which we have here. You may now, for the time being, close all your notebooks and just look at the screen. If you are following from a laptop or from a mobile phone, I have made it, maybe it's visible in both platforms. Okay, let's just have a look at the screen and try to uh, imbibe what is in the screen as far as the alphabets are concerned. Aleph, just look at the name and look at the form. Aleph. Then Beth. We have two forms, one with the Dagesh, another without Dagesh. Then Gimmel. We have here Gimmel, Gimmel Dalet, He, Wow. It's written with the V, but earlier we saw it as W. You can write both ways. Wow. Zayin. Het. Het is actually closed to He. So if you look at He here, it's little open here, but here it is closed. Het. Tet. Yod. Kaf. Kaf, actually we have two forms. One regular form, another one final form. And here as well, Kaf has a Dagesh inside because it's a Bhagat Kapat letter, which means it has a hard sound and a soft sound. So Kaf. Then we have Lamed, Mem, Nun. Mem has two forms, regular and final form. Nun, regular and final form. Samek, Ayin, Pe. Pe has two forms, regular and final, and it is a Bhagat Kapat letter, which means it has a Dagesh inside to make the sound hard and soft. Then we have Sade, it has a final form as well. It sounds like TS, puts, hits, TS. Then Kof, Resh, Sin, and Shin. Single letter but written in two forms. Sin with a dot on the left side and with a dot on the right is Shin. Then the final one, Tau. So quickly, Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Dalet, He, Vav, Zayin, Het, Tet, Yod, Kaf. Lamed, Mem, Nun, Samek, Ayin, Pe, Sade, Kof, Resh, Sin, Shin, Tau. From bottom up, Tau, Sin, Shin, Resh, Kof, Sade, Pe, Ayin, Samek, Nun, Mem, Lamed. Kof, Yod, Tet, Het, Zayin, Vav, He, Dalet, Gimel, Bet, Aleph. Very good. Now let's compare the letters and try to see how to differentiate. Look at the comparison chart here. Kaf, Kaf is written, means Kaf and Pe. They are similar, but except for that lesser than symbol inside. Dalet and Resh. Look at Dalet. There is a projected tail on the top, while Resh is rounded. Look at Beth. Beth is squared, while Kaf is rounded. So they may look similar, but we can still easily differentiate. Then Beth and Pe. We can easily differentiate because Beth is squared, Pe is rounded. This we may have confusion. Vav and Zayin. But still we can differentiate. Look at the Vav there. Vav has just a rounded corner, whereas in Zayin there is a tail. Then Mem and Tet. They are both square script. They look similar when we look at the top. So the tail on the top. But in Tet, there is an opening on the top. But in Mem, there is no such opening on the top. But there is an opening at the bottom. Good. Then we have final Mem, Samek. This already we clarified when we wrote the square script. In final Mem is entirely squared. In Samek, it is rounded. Like you think of yes in Latin script or in English. Then we may tend to have confusion with the Vav and final Nun, but still we can differentiate. Nun goes a step longer. See, look at the bottom. So it touches the third line, but here it stops with the second line. Next one, Gimel and Nun. Gimel has a tail at the bottom, while Nun is as a horizontal line at the bottom. Then Samek and Tet. Samek and Tet. So Samek is closed, Tet is open, but still we can differentiate. Zayin and final Nun. This also may create confusion, but we need not worry because when it's a longer form, it's always at the end of a word. Zayin comes at the end of the word, but not as a lengthened written form. So we can still differentiate. Then He and Het. I said earlier that He has an opening here, while Het is completely closed. Then last line, Ayin, Sade. Ayin is like English small letter Y, while Sade is a reversed or flipped horizontal Y. Then Het, Tau. In Tau, though it looks similar to Het, it has a bottom tail. So we can still differentiate from Het from Tau. And finally, He and Tau, though they look similar, we can differentiate with the opening on the top. So He has an opening on the top, while Tau does not have. Good. So this is to compare the confusing letters. And we go to next one, the vowels. So these are the vowels that we have seen.
Father, just before sorry, just
Yes.
before, can
Yes.
you show this Dagesh Bhagat Kapat letters? Pronounce it one time.
Yes, Kumar. Bhagat Kapat letters. Okay, good.
Just pronounce it one time. Comparing to the with dot, with
Okay,
dot.
sure. Okay, thank you, Kumar. So let's take the Bhagat, come back to the alphabet chart. So Bhagat Kapat letters are 6. They are simply Bhagat Kapat because they are Bet, Gimel, Dalet, then Kaf, Kapat, Pe, and Tau. Okay, so here I am noting here. So number 1, Bet, then Gimel, Dalet. Then go down, Kaf, then next side, Pe, and Tau. Here, Bet has a different sound. If it is with the Dagesh, it is B. But if it is without Dagesh, it is B. Like you can say, this Bay as in Bay of Bengal. But here, this B without Dagesh is van, vacuum. That B sound, like you bite your lips. B. So Bay, B, like B, B. Gimel does not change. Okay, it is G. G always. G, there is no soft G. Dalet, no difference. Da, da. Or you can say some modern Hebrews, they say modern Hebrew, da, da. Then Kaf. Kaf also does not have a change, does not change. Ka. So it is with the Dagesh, Ka. Without Dagesh also, Ka. Some scholars say it is Ka, it is Ha. But we may get it confused with the Het, but we need not worry about it. So you keep it as Ka, both places. With the Dagesh also, Ka. Without Dagesh also, Ka. Coming to Pe, it has a difference. With the dot, with the Dagesh, it is Pe, as is pen, or as is, what else we have? Pendulum, all Pe. But without Dagesh, it is Fur, like friend, follow, follower, F sound. And Tau also does not change. Tau, with the Dagesh also Ta, without Dagesh also Ta. So only we need to note Bet and Pe. Bet because it will have B and V, and Pe it will have Pe and Fur. Clear, Kumar?
Thank you for that. Clear.
Okay.
Excuse me, Father.
Yes.
Father, in this Bhagat Kapat letters,
Yes, Father.
with regard to those 3 letters, that is Gimel, Dalet, and Tau,
Yes, Father.
should we put the dot Dagesh inside?
Yes, Father. Dagesh inside, Father. It has Dagesh inside, but it does not affect the pronunciation, Father.
Okay. So we shall write it with or without Dagesh, is it?
Yeah. Yes, Father. Means it depends. Usually, when it comes at the beginning of a letter, beginning of a word, it has a Dagesh,
Okay.
and when there is a doubling, it has a Dagesh, Father.
Okay.
But
Thank
they
you,
will be
Father.
written with or without. So depending on the context of the word.
Thank you, Father.
Okay. Thank you, Father. But the Dagesh does not affect the pronunciation, does not affect the sounding of the letter. Good. Thank you, Father Jose. Good. Okay. So we were in comparative chart.
Father, how do we differentiate Gimel and George?
Gimel and
George, both are gay. I mean, George, J.
okay. So okay. So earlier, Mrs. Karen was asking, and Mr. Terence also was asking in the beginning, like Jacob. So Jacob. So that name Jacob. So I was telling there is no ja sound in Hebrew. Okay. So let's note, Kumar, only g sound. Okay.
Okay.
But there is no ja sound as in German. There is no ja sound, and they have only ya. So
Yeah.
instead of ja, they write with ya. So
Yeah.
maybe your name would be Amir the Rai. So not Amir the Raj. That
Yeah.
there is no ja sound in Hebrew or in German, European language, some Anglo-Saxon languages.
Yes,
Good.
sir.
Thank you, sir. So it's always g. It's not ja. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Father, there is
Yes.
no final pay, is it?
Now final pay is there. See here. Third one I'm
Yeah.
showing here.
It's final pay, not pay, right?
Final
There
pay.
is no Dagesh.
It will have both. It will have both.
Okay, thank you,
Suppose
Father.
if it's written with a Dagesh inside, then it will be pay, and without means it will be pay. For example, we'll see birds. Birds, they have that but that F sound they have. So without Dagesh. So it is both, sir. Even in the final form, it takes hard sound and soft sound.
Okay, thank you, Father.
Thank you. Okay. Very good. So now here we are on the vowels page. So look at the page here. Vowels, I have taken Aleph, okay, because Aleph is silent. So we have to only pronounce the vowel here. And earlier, Kumar had asked it out. I'll come to that after revising this. So look at the vowel. So we had said that we are not bothered about the vowel names, but only vowel sounds. So look here, it is A, A, it is Shua. Then E, O, same O, U, A, A. So here when there is a Shua, it actually cuts the sound. A. But we will get it once. But you just remember, if there are two vowel points, in the sense one vowel and a Shua, it is a reduced vowel. Okay. So here look, only 5 vowel sounds are there. So 5 vowel sounds. You don't think about English equivalent. Okay, just think of the triangle. You remember, and one of the first hours we had said that triangle. So A, E, O, U. A, E, O, U. So these 5 sounds have short forms and long forms. So here we have A, E, it has a E sound, but it's not written. It's written with a Yod. Then U, sorry, O, U, A, E, O, U. Only E here, only we have written short form, but the long one is written with a Yod. So now Kumar's question was this, that is, in some transliterated books. So let me open here the paint. So Kumar had asked, so suppose we have here, so we write when we write with we take a brush here. So here, suppose we have here, so it is B, and in a few places it's written like this. So B, and here, so and A also. So this is long A, but in a few places it is written with a He, and also U, with wow. So I had said earlier, these three consonants, they are yod, he, and wow. They were initially used as vowels. That is, they are mother of reading. In the sense, they help to read. That's called they are mother of reading. And in a way, when we have these instances, they have long sounds, but they don't have a longer sound. So it does not mean you got to prolong. Just you remember in these places, these consonants behave like vowels and they don't have any extra addition to the existing sound. So sounds are only two, short sound and long sound. Though these forms are there and these forms are written in translator with a cap on the top, like A on the cap on the top, then E on the cap on the top. So it does not alter any sound. Kumar, have I made myself clear?
Yes, Father. Yes.
Okay, good.
Excuse me, Father.
Yes, Father Jose.
Just before you wrote it like three words. In that
Yes.
second one is ba.
Yes, Father.
Last class you also told that sometimes to differentiate this from the hay, we
Yes,
use
Father.
dagesh inside.
Dagesh inside. Yes, Father.
So if you are putting a dagesh inside that second word, how we will read it? Like,
So it's like same. It does not change the Father, but it is to be taken as consonant. Only that meaning, Father.
okay.
But okay, that is useful when you are transliterating. Like we don't miss out that R.
So,
So
Father, if we are transliterating the one that is written here, the second
yes, Father.
word,
Yeah.
it would be simply ba, ba, like that.
Yes, Father. So let me explain, Father. I take the second word. Okay. Thank you for the question, Father. So transliteration. Okay, here I'm taking only the second one. So if we write this, it will be like a ba. So here that A will be long. So 1 minute. I will do it from word.
Father, is it also along with hak sound? Bah.
Yeah, I'm coming to that.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. So we have here okay. So you may see here. So it is written as ba. So this is the transliterated form. Transliterated form of the second. Okay. So here, if it's a vowel, it will be so here it behaves like a consonant. If it's a vowel, then it will have a. So I write it here. So it will be like this. But to represent that it's a longer sound, we use this one. But if it's a consonant, we just write B, R, and K. Are you able to differentiate it, Father?
Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you so much, Father. Thank you.
Thank you. So this is with the consonant, and this one is just a vowel. Only in transliteration it makes the difference, Father. In the pronunciation, it does not make any difference. Good. Very good. So we having clarified that, we go to now revise our sounds. So we were in this particular page, vowels. Okay. Now we get into reading. We will start with the smaller ones and we will get into the longer sentences. Okay. So look at the chart here. So we have two words here. So we will learn vocabulary also. Number one, Av. Av means father. From here only we get the word Abba, Aramaic. Aramaic also closer to Hebrew, because as we are using Aramaic script here. So Aramaic and Hebrew, they are close. So here Av means father, and Ba means came. He came, actually third person singular. He came. So Av came. Av Ba means father came. So here together let's read Av Ba. Av Ba. Av, because Av Ba. Av Ba means father came. Then we go to the next one. Here we have the A sound. Aim. Aim means mother. So this, if you look here in your own region, in our own regional languages also, that stood with like for example, amma, amme, or ma. So all that here in like a Semitic sound also, with some connection is there when in the common words like this. So aim is mother. Me is oo. Okay. So now we have learned 4 words actually. Av, father. Aim, mother. Ba, he came. Me, who. So suppose we put together me, ba. It would be who came. Then we say abi, ba. Abi. So av, when there is an addition of e, it becomes my father. My father came. Abi ba. Me ba. Abi ba. Okay. Now I stop here. Don't worry about the memorizing these words. Okay. Now we are only bothered or concerned about the pronunciation. Now we are going to do each one of us. Okay. Good. We will begin with the words here. We will try to pronounce them. Then we will come to the sentences. Okay. Maybe we'll begin with Mrs. Karen. You would begin. Number 1 here. Just pronounce the word. Don't worry about the meaning. Because my concern is whether you are able to identify the vowels. Here, where I have
Me.
No, ma'am. Slowly. A.
The first one, no?
Yeah. Here, where I have put the laser point.
Wait, I cannot see. Where is it?
Here, does it move here?
There. Okay.
Yes.
So it is I.
No. Look at the sound there.
A.
Very good. A. Okay. So double dot is A. Okay. Number 2. Left side.
Ya. Yanui.
Slowly, ma'am. All of is silent. So we say only A. Then
Nun.
Ani.
Ani.
Ani or Ani. Ani. Okay, once again you try, ma'am. So all of is silent. So you go step by step. All of is silent. Then we have the first vowel A. Then nun, E. So it is A, Ni. Very good. Try number 3.
He, ya.
Very good. No, just he, because all of is silent, no?
He.
Yeah, just he. He means she. Getting it? He.
Yes.
Okay.
He.
Last one here, number 4.
Bain.
Super. Correct. Bain. Bain means sun. Okay. Very good. Let's go to Father Jose. You will try 5.
Yes, Father.
Yes.
Ba'a.
Slowly, father. Ba.
Ba.
Very good, sir.
A.
Ba. All of is silent. So we say ba a.
Ba.
Very good. That's all. Ba a. Super. Ba a means feminine came. She came.
She.
Okay. Number 6, father.
Na.
Very good. Yes. Navi.
Navi.
That's all. And all of is silent. Though it's written
Yes.
there, it is silent. So Navi. Navi means
Navi.
prophet. Nabi. Okay. Super. You try 7, father.
Ma
Very good.
or Ma. Both.
Super. Ma or ma, which means what? Super. Very good. Now let's try with Mr. Joyce. We'll finish this and we'll take a break. Mr. Joyce,
Yes, sir.
will you please read number 1, the sentences
Ma,
slowly? Me,
me,
yeah.
uh,
He.
he,
He.
he,
Look at here. So only the same sound. Me,
me,
he.
he.
Because all of is silent. So this all of is silent. Okay. Good. Try, ma'am. Next one.
Uh, the,
Slowly.
Then
Benny,
pe- pen,
Benny.
penny,
Very good.
ba,
Very good. Benny, ba.
ba.
My son came. Good. Thank you. Kumar, you would try 3 and 4.
yes, sir. Ani,
Very good.
ow.
Super. Ani, aw. I am a father. Good. 4.
He.
Slowly.
So A,
A.
Abi.
Super. A, Abi. And here, look at the sir. So here, there is no dagesh inside. So it will be Avi.
Okay, sorry. Abi. A,
But
Abi.
here, there is a dagesh inside. That will be ba.
No,
So
sorry.
now understand the difference. So when
Yes.
there is a dagesh inside, it is ba. When there is no dagesh inside, it is va. So it is avi. Good. Mr. Terence, 5 and 6.
Okay, father. Ma,
Very good.
na, Navu,
No.
Navu, huh?
Navi.
Navi. Sorry.
Yeah.
Navi,
Ma,
Ma, Navi,
very good. Last
Navi
one,
or Navi, father? Navi, right?
Navi,
Navi.
but Navi, actual pronunciation, but when it forms a sentence, that accent shifts. So it becomes a shortened form. We'll see when we come to the accents.
Okay.
Okay. So we maybe for the time we put ma, Navi. Super.
Ma,
Thank you.
Navi.
Ma, Navi.
Ha,
Mm.
Navu,
Again, same
Ha,
word.
Navi, Ha, Navi,
Mm.
Ha, Navi, Ha, Navi,
Ha, Navi, ba.
Pa,
Super. That's it. Okay.
Ha,
Very
Navi.
good. So this is just to get into the sounds, like how do we pronounce. So don't worry about the vocabulary here because we are not going to follow this vocabulary, but only to understand the sound patterns. Good. So now we take 3-minute break and we resume at 9:51.
Excuse me, father.
Yes, sir.
All these slides you are showing.
I will send you. I'll send you, sir.
Okay, thank you, father.
Yeah, I'll send you. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Very good. Let's continue with our lesson. And thank you for following very well and clarifying your doubts. I'm happy. And I'm happy that we are starting our lesson today. So we are actually ahead of our time and will still cover more, I believe. Good. I'm sharing my screen with you. Good. So earlier we had said that we are following the methodology of Lambdin, Thomas O. Lambdin. It has 56 lessons. So this book actually is designed for self-learning. So even if you know a few, maybe if you, with the help of 10 or 15 lessons you are completing with a guide, the rest you can surely follow because this is a self-learning methodology. I am adapting from there and I have added a little more from other textbooks. So suppose somebody asks you what type of methodology you learned Hebrew with. So you may say it's Lambdin methodology. Okay. Lambdin is a Harvard professor. Thomas O. Lambdin is a priest, I think he's a priest of Dominican order. So he has contributed a lot to the language learning, especially in biblical Hebrew. Good. We are taking lesson 1. Actually, every hour one lesson. So that is the design he has made. We will try to, since being the first day, we'll go a bit slow. Then from next week, we'll try to pick up. Good. So number 1, from here, we are going to actually learn grammatical categories and all. So since we already know from our grammatical categories in our own regional languages or from English or any other language, it will be easy for us. So to begin with, the noun. First one, noun, it has gender. So nouns usually have gender and number. In English, we have gender, masculine, feminine, neuter. For example, boy is masculine, girl is feminine, and book would be neuter. So only in the sense it has categories like masculine, feminine, neuter. But in English, it does not affect the verb formation. For example, I say, the boy is coming or the boy comes at 9 o'clock. And I say, the girl comes at 9 o'clock. And again, I say, it is at 9 o'clock. So in all these instances, or suppose we say the dog comes at 9 o'clock. So suppose here I treat the dog as an it, but don't be offended if you take dog to be a masculine and feminine gender. So just I am using for an example. So here, boy comes, girl comes, dog comes. In all these 3 genders in English, masculine, feminine, neuter, the verb does not change. But in Hebrew, it does change. So that is the difference, first difference. And second one, the second difference would be all the Hebrew nouns have gender. Like, for example, book, in English, book is we see neuter. But in European languages, for example, in Italian, every noun has a gender. For example, house, casa, feminine, book, libro, masculine. So they classify because it affects their grammatical construction also. So in Hebrew, you remember like in European languages. Okay, so number 1, Hebrew has 2 genders, masculine and feminine. Then, but how they have created, we are not sure. For example, look at the first sentence here. No correlation. In some places, it is masculine. In some places, it is feminine. Look at the word here. Har. Har means mountain. It is masculine. Give means hill. Maybe a little mound like. Maybe you can say the hard part or the mountain which is very mighty, so that would be connected with the masculinity, and it's very short or very soft or not so mighty, so that would be feminine. That we are not sure how they are classified, but it is very strange. Mountain is masculine, hill is feminine. And how to identify gender? So words usually that nouns that end in a, yet, at are feminine. The rest are masculine. But still, you remember there are some exceptions. Okay, exceptions are there in all the languages. So Hebrew is not an exception as well. So just for the timing, let's remember nouns ending in a, yet, at are feminine. Here we have some example. Look at the examples here. If you look here, it has every sentence has or every word has three forms. Number one is Hebrew. Number two is transliteration. Number three is meaning. So here, Hebrew writing, transliteration, then meaning. Hebrew writing, transliteration, meaning. Okay, here we go. So look here, Malka. Malka. So words ending in a are feminine. So Malka, queen. Queen is feminine. Then At and Yet. So here we have Bat. Bat means daughter. But it ends in At. And Da'at, knowledge. Tif-
Father, just 1 second. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yes, Kumar.
Last class we studied about the Sheva after the short vowel, right? Short vowel sound.
Yes, sir. Yes.
That is why we are not pronouncing his Lamat as lay here.
Correct. Correct.
Okay, right.
Yeah, you are correct. So here in the first word, so Kumar is asking, it is not Malaka, but it is Malka, because according to the rule of Shua, that when it is preceded by a short vowel, that is not sounded but is silent. So it is Malka. And same way here, it is Tif E Reth. So Tif E Reth, not Tiferet, but it is Tif E Reth, glory. So here our concern is a, at, yet. So these words are feminine. But there are some exceptions. Here, look at the bottom list here. We have Aven. Aven means stone, but it is feminine. But the word does not end in a, yet, or yet. So they are exceptions. So let's not bother about. And also, don't worry about the vocabulary here. Okay, we are not bothered about this vocabulary. They are not common vocabulary. We are taking only for example. Then Ir. Ir is city, feminine. So Ir, and very beautiful to note here. Ir, like Hebrews have named all the fertile elements into feminine gender. So Ir is supposed to be where people get flourishing. People get flourish. So flourishing of the people is a place that Ir. Ir is a city. And Eretz. Eretz is earth, feminine again. So earth is feminine. So here, look at these three words. They don't end in a, yet, arat, but still they are feminine. That is number one. There are still rules for that. We will come in next lessons. Don't worry about it. For the timing, understand they are masculine and feminine. Now let's go to number. Number in English, it is singular or plural. But here in Hebrew, we have the third category that is called dual. So singular, dual, plural. And how to differentiate between singular and plural? Very simple. If singular is very plain and plural, they end with either im or oath. So im or oath. So I'll explain to you. Just for the timing, you understand. Yad. Here it is. Yad. Again, Hebrew rendering, transliteration, meaning. Meaning is here at the end. So Yad, hand. Yadot, hands. Yom, day. Yamim. So it changes. Don't worry about it. For the timing, you understand. Im is plural. Oath is plural. So Yad, Yadot. Yom, Yamim. Then Ben, Banim. That is son, sons. Bat, Banot, daughter, daughters. So this is singular, plural. So and let's understand. Singular ones are just plain. Plural ones, masculine. They end in mim, im. So you remember ma, im, masculine. Ma, im. Plural, it is oath. You remember earlier, feminine is plural because it ends in ta usually, at or yet. So easy to identify. For the timing, you understand that plural has a different form. And come to dual. Dual is only for body parts. Like I have 2 hands. So I don't say yadot, but I say yadayim, 2 hands. Suppose you say couple of days. So we say yomayim. So here, yomayim. But look at the yadayim and yami. For example, you take the second one, yomayim, yamim. So it is here, yamim is long, but yomayim is short. So dual as a short form. This dual category is very, very minimum. So let's not be bothered about it. For example, 2 hands, 2 legs, and 2 ears. So all those duality or coupling together, we use dual. Other than this, we have only singular and plural. And how this change happens? Look at the words here. Melek, it becomes melachim. Melachim. So here you look at the word here. Me is a shua, so it is we pronounce it melachim. Yish, anashim. Yom, yami. Just here I wanted to show that im. So im is masculine plural ending. So remember that way. So we have seen now gender and number. So gender 2, masculine and feminine. Number 3, singular, dual, plural. Singular is plain, dual is aim, then plural is im or oath. I will send you it so you can always fall back. Now let's come to the third one, that is definite article. Definite article is it's very important for us to know here. Definite article is very easy also. For example, let me do it here. I stop and share the entire screen. Okay. Good. Let's take Melek. So I'm writing here Melek. So you can write as well. Melek is king. It means, it can mean king or a king because there is no indefinite article in Hebrew. Okay. Now how to make the king? So it's very simple. How do we do? So you write same Melek. So we have here Melek. And you add here hey and the vowel sound a. Then you put a dot that is double the first consonant. Then it becomes Hammelek. So the meaning is the king. So Melek is king. Hammelek is the king. So that's what I have here in the slide. In the slide here, Bait is here. So you add here Kha and put a dot inside, but since already Dagesh is there, it just takes Habbayit. So it becomes a double B, means the house. Na ar, boy. So you put a ha and you add a dot inside nun, it becomes han na ar, the youth. So the boy or a youth, a boy or a youth. Here, the boy or the youth. Here, this is the example which we saw now. Melek, Ham Melek, the king. Melek, Ham Melek. So here I have put the rule here. So rule is here. Ha plus the doubling of the following consonant prefix to the noun it determines. So it is just added to the noun. Habbayit is the house. But in English, if you see, it's separate. So the is separate from the house. But in Hebrew, it is written together with the noun it determines. That is Habbayit. Na'ar. Han na'ar. And the second one, which already I said, there is no indefinite article. Melek can mean a king or king. Na'ar can mean a youth or youth. Bayit can mean house or a house. Good. So far we have seen three things: gender, masculine and feminine.
Father, this adding the hey and doubling of the consonant,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
is used for all words. If you want to say the something, then you
Okay,
have to
ma'am.
add hey and double.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. It's a general rule, but there is an exception. For example, I will show you one exception. Okay. So thank you, ma'am, for this question. So here I said that regular rule is ha plus doubling. But the exception, for example, we have a word av. We have a word here. Av. Av means father. Suppose you want to make it the father. Okay. Here, this won't happen because you can add hey, but Aleph will not take a dagesh inside. There are 5 letters that don't take dagesh inside. So the rule becomes like hey av. So instead of adding a dash or a dagesh here, we add it here. And that a becomes a because we can't pronounce ha av, so it becomes hey av. So here it is the father. So that will be in lesson 2. We'll be coming to that shortly, like the different definite article forms.
Father, this
Here, ma'am.
sorry.
Karen?
Thank you, Father. I followed.
Okay. Yes, Kumar.
Father, but this av is
Yeah.
father.
Yes.
You said it is abba, no?
Abba.
Abba, yes, ma'am.
So it is not ba.
No, in Aramaic it is ba, ma'am, but in Hebrew it is va, av.
So father is va.
Av, yes, ma'am. Av.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Yes, Kumar.
Now, when we're doubling this Bhagat Kabat letters, there is no differentiation that it is with the dagesh.
Yeah, the dagesh gets into the same dagesh, which means the dot gets into the same, but it gets redoubled.
Okay, but there is no differentiation, right?
No. It does not change in any form, but only the sound changes. For example, bayit, it becomes habbayit. So doubling of b, but in the form, it's the same because the dagesh takes that dot.
Okay, fine. No, fine. So we have to assume that if you are trying to mention
from
articles made, then we have
we can say it is actually something is added, so that way we can easily. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kumar. Thank you. Good. So Ham Melek, the king. Clear? Okay. Now let's go to the third one, that is preposition. Then we will go to sentence. Okay. Very simple. So here prepositions. in English, we have prepositions usually like separate. For example, the book is on the table. The bin is under the table. I came into the room. So they are all prepositions. Prepositions in English are written separately. But in Hebrew, there are three types of prepositions. Number one, those directly join to the following word and written as part of it. So here we have here those directly join to the following word and written as part of it. These are three. Number one, ber. Here, look here. Ber means in. Le means to. Ke means like. Same here. Just you add in front. See, look at the examples here. Melek. And you just add Melek. It will be in a king. Le Melek. To a king. Ke Melek. Like a king. I'll show you here. So here we have Melek. And we remove this. So now we are looking at the preposition. So we have learned three prepositions. Ba, le, ke. Ba means in, le means to, ke means like. So in a king, how do we write ba? So we just add Melek. You remember this particular Bereshit bara, in the beginning. So that Ba is from here. Ba means in. Melek, in a king. And suppose you want to say to a king. I gave a gift to a king. So to will be le. So how I would say I gave a gift le Melek. That is to a king. Suppose there is no king like Solomon. So we say here Ke Melek. So I say there is no king Ke Melek Solomon. There is no king Ke Melek like a King Solomon. So Ke is like or as. That's what we have here. Look here. Ba is in, le is to, ke is like. So here a king, in a king, to a king, like a king. Now next one comes. Suppose we have to say. So here it is in a king.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Yes.
Sorry. That you use only Sheva right here. This
Yes,
two
sir.
dots.
Yeah.
That means it's a short or A.
Short A, yeah.
Ba, not be, right?
Not ba. It's ba.
Okay, right.
Yeah. Ba, le, ke.
Okay, ba, la, ka, right?
Yeah.
It's not be.
Yeah, correct.
Right, okay.
Ba
Right.
Melek, le Melek, ke Melek.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So this is here we have just seen. Thank you, Kumar. Here. So it is in a king. So this is the meaning. Suppose we want to say in the king. How would we make? Okay. So we go step by step. Okay. Observe closely because it is little tricky. In the king. Okay. So we write first Melek. Melek. So I have written Melek. Okay. So I have to first make it the king. So I have made here. Melek. Okay. So now it is the king because I have added he and I have added vowel. Then I have redoubled it. I have doubled it. So Melek. So it is the king. So now what I have to do? I have to add in a king. So I have to add b. I have to add here b. So what I do? I just remove this hay. I just remove this hay and I just add this bay. So it is Bammelek. Bammelek means in the king. So you remove ha and you put this ba. So the shua gets dropped and shua instead of shua that so here so ha is there and ba is there. So they just give and take in the sense this disappears and this remains. This disappears and this remains. So that becomes Bammelek. Clear? I'll show here in the example. The king. So here it is Hammelek. But in the king, it is Bammelek. And Lammelek is to the king, Kammelek is like the king. So how this particular writing comes about? Because when he tries to mix with the preposition, it drops and it assumes that preposition takes that place and Shua gets removed and that A remains. So La will be, so suppose we have here La plus Ha. Here, what would be the end? End would be Lammelek. And in Kammelek, it will be Ka, that is Ka plus He. So the end result would be Ka. Okay, so one gives, another one takes. So that is a give and take. So it gives and takes. But still, you can actually from the word, you can always derive it. So don't worry. And also remember, we are learning only passive Hebrew. For passive Hebrew, we just need to understand why there is a dot, why there is a hyphen, or why there is a. We need not, because we are not going to form the sentences like in the king, in a king, etc. We are now only going to see the first line would be in a king, second would be in the king. Only we are able to identify. If we are able to identify, that's enough, because we are only concerned about the passive learning, not the active learning. Maybe unless you are going to work and communicate in modern Israel. Okay, good. But the rules are same even in modern Hebrew. That is number one. Type number one, directly join to the following words. Then type number two, they are here. Al, El, Min. So we have here, that's min is from, El means to, Al means on. So here, Al, El, Min. Here just we add to the word. For example, Al Habayit. It would be on the house. El Habayit. To the house. Min Habayit. From the house. Let's try with the king. So look at the word here. Let me clear the board. Okay. So here we say Hammelek. I write Hammelek. So Hammelek is the king. Sorry. Hammelek. The second group is just it gets added with the hyphen. This hyphen you remember that is called makif. So we just add al. Al-Hammelek means on the king. Al-Hammelek, on the king. Then we have El-Hammelek. El-Hammelek means to the king. So we have here El-Hammelek, to the king. Then Min-Hammelek, Min-Hammelek is from the king. Min-Hammelek. So this is second type. Second type is written with a hyphen. So look at the hyphen here. That hyphen in Hebrew is called makef. You remember? Earlier we had studied in our last lecture day. Min-Hammelek. So this is second group. So here we have three prepositions. Al means on, El means to, Min means from. So just it gets added to the words. Al-Habayit, El-Habayit, Min-Habayit. And the third category, which is the biggest category, like in English, they have written as separate words. So here we have one example is Yetzel. Yetzel means near the house. So Yetzel Habayit. So Yetzel is near. Suppose I want to say Karen is near the computer. I say Karen Yetzel computer. Suppose Terence is near the station. I say Terence Yetzel station. So Yetzel is near. The boy is near the old man. Zaken, so means Han are Yetzel ha Zaken. So Yetzel is near. Then next one, negate. So we'll see the vocabulary. Don't worry about that. Negate. Negate ha means before the people or in front of the people. Suppose I say I am before the computer. I say Yesu negate computer, or Kumar negate computer. Joyce negate Habayit means Joyce is before the house. So this is negate. Third one, Lifne. Lifne Hammelek. Lifne means in the presence of. For example, I say Lifne Jos. In the presence of Jos. Livne. Livne or Livne. Livne is in the presence of. So here these prepositions. So just understand the rules. Don't worry about the vocabulary. Here some prepositions behave like English preposition in the sense they are written as separate words. So there are three groups of prepositions. Number one, directly joined to the words. Number two, joined with the hyphen. Number three, written as separate words. Very good. These sentences for the timing I stop because it may be too hard for you, I think. As we have learned too many categories, we'll quickly revise and we'll take the sentence. We learned in the second lecture of the day, noun, gender, masculine and feminine. So just remember a, yet and at. Then number two, we learned number, singular, dual, plural. Number three, we learned definite article, ha plus dot, that is ha plus doubling. Then we learned three types of prepositions, that is attached directly. Number two, attached with a hyphen, then means written separately. And this is a sentence with the adverbial predicates that we will see after seeing the vocabulary. Now let's take here the words. Okay.
Father, one basic question.
Yes, Kumar.
You have used for al, ayin and a vowel, right?
Yeah.
Al.
Yes.
Can we also use aleph and vowel? It's the same, right?
No, not the same. Okay, so okay, let me explain here.
Sorry to disturb you.
No problem, no problem. Okay, so al with al is not to be this ayin is not replaceable. Okay, so for example, here we have al
Al.
and we have l. So l means sorry two. Al means on. I said. Okay. So they are completely different words, Kumar, and we can't replace ayin with the alaf.
So my question was actually,
Yeah.
instead of using ayin for the al, you can also use alaf, right? Because it sounds same, right?
Sounds same, but it's different. Consonants are different.
But is there any rule for that? Why we should use ayin and alaf? See, instead
Okay.
of using ayin, I could have also used alaf because anyway it is not going to be pronounced. I'm just going to use only the vowel. So al.
Okay. Let us take a step behind. Okay. So now in the original Hebrew writing, these two words there. Ayin lamet, alaf lamet. So now how would you replace ayin with alaf? Can we?
Okay, this we can't. But when
Yeah.
we add with the vowels,
Yeah.
okay. So
Okay.
I understood. I think it's transferring from the original context
Yes,
of
yes, correct.
without
So we
vowels,
replace
right?
the consonants
Correct.
and we don't replace the consonants.
Okay,
And
right.
suppose if we are to be that way, and we also suppose we have here tet, and both are ta sound. Okay, te,
Yeah.
ta. So, but we don't replace because they are complete, though they are similar in sound, but they are different in character.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Kumar.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, good. Now let's take up the vocabulary. Okay, please repeat after me. Zaken, Bayit. Zaken means Zaken, old man. Bayit,
Boy.
house. Na'ar,
Na
okay. Ba,
ba
Bo,
Aye,
e
Anye.
Aye. So here,
aye aye
aye,
sorry.
It's a double sound of Y. Aye.
Yeah, here we have Aye,
aye,
then Aye, Nahar,
Nahar.
nahar
Sham,
nahar,
Sham.
sham,
Va,
Ba.
bo,
Derek,
derak,
Sade,
sa de
sade, al,
Al.
Yetzel.
itself
Very
itself,
good. Yetzel.
Yes.
Super. Yetzel means near. Okay, let's quickly run through the meaning. Zaken, old man. Bayit, house.
house
Na'ar, young man. Ba,
yeah
in, with, or by means of. Aye,
aye
where,
yeah
in what place. Nahar,
nahar
river. Sham,
sham,
there. Va,
yeah
and.
and
Derek, road.
derak,
Sade, field.
sade,
Al, on.
al,
Yetzel, near. Okay, just remember, let's try only one, and with that we'll conclude. Suppose here Zaken is there, old man. How would we make it the old man? Zaken is old man. How can we make it as the old man?
asayet
Slowly.
Asayan.
Zaken. So you just add a ka here and you put a dot there. It becomes Hazaken, the old man.
hazakin,
Super. Here, young
like
man,
the king.
the old man.
Yeah, like what you did in
Correct,
the king.
like the king. Yes, ma'am. Correct.
So hey with the R down
With R down and a dot
and the doubling
with
of
the first
they.
consonant.
Okay.
Super. So same, ma'am. Karen. Na'ar. How would we pick it? The young man.
Hannar.
Super.
Kandahar. Kandahar.
Hanna'ar. Here.
Hanna'ar.
Nahar.
Anhar.
Kannahar. Derek.
Atirak.
Very
Abderek.
good. Super.
Abderek.
Sade.
Asati.
Asade.
Sade. The
Asade.
field. That's all. Okay. Super. Suppose we want to say like old man. Kezakin.
Kasaki.
Kezakin. Too old man.
Rasaki.
Kezakin. In old man.
Ba- Basake.
Kezakin. Very good. That's all. Good. Okay, so I will send you the slides. Don't worry, you can always revise with it. Okay. So let's now come to yeah. Very good. Super. So any doubts, sir? Today, sir, ma'am? Good. Today must be we are getting into the grammar, so it will be little tricky. Okay, but don't worry, you will get it.
Maybe too much of load right now, but probably with your slides, we will be able to revise that and then get to know it.
Yeah, sure, sir, sure. I will send you the slides shortly.
Yeah.
Okay.